Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and happy new year. This is my first video back for 2025 and of course I had to start the year by sharing my favourites. I've been sharing my yearly favourites for quite a few years. I typically break them up between like my most worn fashion favourites and my makeup favourites, but this year I thought I would do just one big old favourite videos where I share my style, beauty and home favourites for 2024. So let's start off with my style favourites of 2024. And my first style favourite goes to my Adidas Gazelle trainers. These I got in around the springtime last year and I loved them. I'm so pleased that I got these because they were definitely a trend inspired purchase. I mean, 2024 was the year of the Adidas Sambas in particular. They were all over the place, and whilst I didn't buy into the Sambas trend, I bought into the Adidas Gazelle trends instead. The reason I went for the Gazelles over the Sambas is because these have a slightly thicker sole, which for me personally I just find to be that little bit more comfortable. But I loved a pair of red trainers. Like I love wearing these trainers. A really easy way to integrate colour into your outfits is through footwear and through accessories, and I've always loved a pop of colour or a pop of print through footwear, and these trainers helped do exactly that. And despite being a trend-led purchase for me, I have definitely got my wear out of these and I'm so happy to have them in my wardrobe. I genuinely do love wearing these. Anytime it's not raining, I will instantly gravitate towards these. I just think they're such a cool pair to have in my collection. I don't have any other trainers like this. I think they're really wearable, versatile, and I've just loved them. I'm sure I will continue wearing these so much throughout this upcoming year. My next style favourite you've definitely seen countless times in outfits on my YouTube channel, on my Instagram, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I also included these in last year's favourites, so my 2023 most worn fashion pieces. So these are a black pair of wide leg trousers. I don't know how well you can see, if at all, but they do have a kind of pinstriped seam running through them, which is something I really like about these. It's like an attention to detail that I just think makes these look a little more expensive and a little more elevated. They have an elasticated waist, so actually they're really comfortable to wear. I wear these dressed up, I wear these dressed down more casually. I just get a lot of wear out of these, and I'm all about those easy throw-on pieces that look good with so many different pieces already in my wardrobe. Next up on my favorites is this gorgeous like slinky dress that, I mean, on the hanger might not look like much. This is a gorgeous navy blue and it's a bamboo fabric. It's from the brand Serena Days, who specializes in bamboo sleepwear and nightwear, but over the summer months, I think it was, they came out with some of these just like a lounge dresses. I have to say, I was instantly obsessed with mine. I just think it's the perfect fit. It's so cozy. I will be honest, you probably don't see me wearing this a lot. I did actually wear this in the summer actually, and I do have some photos of me wearing it, so I will insert those here so that you can see how this looks on. But this is something that I wear so much. I actually love throwing this on after a shower, which might sound like the weirdest thing, but you know when you've just had the everything shower and then you just want to throw on something nice and cozy. I just felt really confident wearing this, and if I'm honest, going into 2025, I really just want to wear and style pieces that I feel truly confident in. And lastly, for the style favourites, this one might be a little harder to show you like this on camera, but this is a gorgeous pendant necklace from Missama, and it's a heart pendant necklace. And the reason why I love this one is because it's quite long. It sits quite low on my chest, which I really like because I think this may be the only necklace that I own that is this long, so it makes for such a nice layering piece. It comes on this beautiful beaded chain as well, and I think that just adds a little bit more interest to a necklace, particularly one that is a little bit longer like this one is. It's quite nice to have the beaded details, and then it goes down into a gorgeous heart pendant as well, which I have to say I adore. This necklace was actually featured in Barbie. It was worn by Margot Robbie in that movie, and it really spoke to me. It just called my name. I feel like it really made me love this necklace even more. From style favorites to beauty favorites next, and starting off with a classic. I'm pretty sure this mascara has been in my favorites for so many years. I just love this mascara, I really do. I'm wearing it today, I wear it most days. So this is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Waterproof Mascara. Emphasis on the waterproof. I have very straight lashes, so they really don't hold a curl well at all. So I typically rely on waterproof mascara to hold that curl. I've tried many waterproof mascaras, but honestly, I'm always coming back to this one. It's a really good mascara, one that I am constantly recommending and one that I am constantly repurchasing too. My next favorite was a 2024 discovery, but honestly, since receiving this, I don't think I've used any other. So this is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tint. This is in the shade 53 and it's just so nice. Again, I'm wearing it today. I pretty much wear this every day. I have another two in this collection, but this shade is definitely the number one for me. Looking at it in the bottle, it probably looks intimidating. It definitely intimidated me the first time I laid eyes on this, and honestly, I had put this to the side and I didn't think I was going to use this, but for whatever reason, I decided to give this a try and I just haven't looked back. I've used it every single day since, genuinely. I used it in the summer whilst in Portugal. I've been using it since getting back from Portugal. I mean, I've pretty much used this non-stop since receiving it. It's just so good. Next up, the Nude Sticks Lip Butters. These are living in my handbag and I love that. I love something that I can throw into my handbag and that I know I've always got something on the go should I need to top up my lipstick or should I forget to put on lipstick. I can't tell you how often I'll do my whole makeup, like a full face of makeup, but then I'll forget to add lipstick. It's like the finishing touch. But sometimes I just forget, or I'll be like, oh, I want to eat something, and then I end up forgetting doing my lipstick, basically. So these lip butters are great to have in your handbag. I actually have the light pink colour in my handbag at the moment, and I really love that one. These are great at hydrating because they have shea and avocado in there, but also they offer a little bit of colour, and that's why I really like these in my handbag, because they offer a nice bit of colour, a nice glossy lip, and they're still really hydrating as well. So let's talk about skincare. When it comes to picking out skincare favorites, it's actually really difficult for me because I try so many products at all times, so it's really hard to come out with a favorite for a whole year. I definitely have favorites throughout the seasons. For example, like in the winter, typically I will like something that's a bit more hydrating as my skin tends to be a bit more dry, but then maybe in the springtime I want something that controls blemishes, for example, because I often find that with the change from season from winter to spring that I have a few more breakouts. However, one thing that remains throughout my skincare throughout the year has got to be a cleansing balm. I just love a cleansing balm. It's my favorite step of my skincare routine and removing my makeup in the evenings, and this has to go to the Elemis cleansing balm. I just love this stuff. Yes, it's on the pricier side, but in my opinion it's just so good and it's so worth it. I always have one of these in my stash somewhere. So this is a brand new one actually. This is the Elemis Pro Collagen Rose Cleansing Balm. The Rose Cleansing Balm has that floral rose scent to it. So if you don't like that, or if you're a little bit sensitive to fragrances, just try the original. I would say that the original is probably my favorite, but this is just the one that I had to hand. It's super luxurious. It just melts off your makeup and it's just one of those products. It's luxurious, but I love this step in my skincare routine. Finally, in my beauty favorites for hair care, I've gone for the Charles Worthington Thicker and Fuller collection. These are my two most used products from the collection. So this is the Thicker and Fuller Texture Spray, and I like using this when I have styled my hair. So for example, if I curl my hair or if I want my hair to have a bit more volume, I'll literally just spray this through my hair and it instantly gives that thicker and fuller look, exactly like the name would suggest. And then the second in my hair care routine is the Thicker and Fuller Thickening Mist. Now this I will typically use when my hair is damp after washing. I will spritz this all over and then I will go ahead and do a rough blow dry, and genuinely when I use this my hair just feels thicker. I straightened my hair before filming today's video, so it probably doesn't have the most volume in there because obviously I've used heat tools on it, but it does to me feel much thicker, and just like I could do more with it. It's easier then for me to do an updo if I want to do a messy bun, if I want to do a low bun, if I want to plait my hair, if I want to curl it, straighten it, anything. This I just feel like makes my hair that little bit more manageable and that little bit more easier to style. And now from my beauty favorites onto my homeware favorites, the newest category for this year, which is really exciting. So these are items that I either reach for every day, use all the time, or just pieces that make me happy in my home. Let me start off with something that I have had for years and years and years, way before moving into this house. This has been in my collection for such a long time. So this is my Stackers jewellery box, and like I said, I have had this in my collection for years. It started off as a 3-piece, but then I added to it, and that's what I really love about the Stackers jewellery boxes actually, is that you can constantly add to them. So if you're unfamiliar with Stackers and their concept, I mean, as the name would suggest, you just have pieces that you can stack one on top of the other. So my top piece is one of these that you can open up, and in here I have mostly my rings. I have my most worn necklaces at the top as well, just because they're the easiest ones to reach for, and then a couple of like larger hoop earrings and things like that. My next 2 compartments are these, which is where I keep earrings in one and necklaces in another, and I really like the fact that I can keep so many in here, and they're all in their individual compartments, so they don't get tangled up. It's really easy for me to see everything that I have as well, and genuinely I've just loved this way of storing my jewellery for years. And then the final piece I have is actually this sort of large one, and this is so miscellaneous. There's so much in here. So there are like extra straps for my smartwatch in here. I keep some of these little travel pouches as well, because they are good when traveling. Some more like summery or out of season pieces I keep in here. Usually these are things that I take on holiday with me, so they don't need to be with like my main collection all year round. So the larger one I keep at the bottom, then I stack my necklaces on top, my earrings on top of that one, and then of course the top. So it's this really nice elegant looking box as well. I have the blush pink colour, but they do loads of different colours. They all stack into this really beautiful chic looking box in my opinion, which I then keep on my dressing table. But as it's a box like this, you could easily have it inside your wardrobe as well, for example, if that's where you prefer to store your jewellery. It just really gives you options when it comes to jewellery storage, and it's something I've been using for so many years. I've definitely shared on my channel plenty times, but I really wanted to include it here because moving house, it's always interesting to see what sort of habits you stick to, and this is definitely something that I brought from my days living at my parents' house and that I still use and love today. So my next favourite goes to M&S Lighting. They just have such a brilliant selection of both ceiling lights and lamps like this one. This is one of those that you don't need to plug in, so you just charge it. It's got this little touch here, and it just gives you a really nice little bit of glow to a room. These sorts of rechargeable lights can be so expensive, so it's really nice to be seeing them more widely available on the high street. I mean, this was under £40, which in my opinion is such a good price point for something that looks like this. I think I have 3 lamps in our home from Marks and Spencer, and also 2 of their ceiling lights in our home as well, which is pretty good going for one brand, if I'm being honest. Our bedroom ceiling light is Marks and Spencer, and it's easily one of my favorites. This one is a much newer addition to our home, but one I really love nonetheless. I recently bought another one in the sale, and I just think it's so worth having a look at the lighting options in Marks and Spencer. Next up in my favorites, it's got to be the Bordalo Pinedo cabbage bowls. Now, as you can see, my collection has grown, and I have completed the collection of the cabbage bowls. I mean, over the year we've had housewarmings, birthdays, Christmas as well, and I have the complete collection now. I would say that this size is my favorite size. I think it's like a medium. It might be 24 centimeters, but I will leave it linked in the description box down below. But it's so good. You can pop chips in here, you can pop crisps, you can put in like salads and things, which probably make the more sense. But I'm constantly reaching for these. Whenever we host in our home, I'm always reaching for these cabbage bowls. Another reason why I think these are extra special to me is because it's a Portuguese brand, and my parents are Portuguese, so I like having elements of Portugal in our home. And like I said, I just love having these. They're a fantastic talking piece and really great for hosting. So that rounds up my favorites, style, beauty and home things things of 2024. I hope you enjoyed this sort of like slightly new format of doing the video with the introduction of homewares into it as well. Filming a favorites feels like the easiest way to ease myself into filming for the year. So I hope you enjoyed watching. I really enjoyed filming and getting the chance to chat with you again. It feels like it's been such a long time since the Christmas break. I've got lots of content ideas for this year, but please do leave me a comment down below if there is anything in particular you would like to see from me. If you want to see more style content or beauty content or even home content, let me know in the comments down below. A very big thank you for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and that way you won't miss out on my uploads for the year. So a very big thank you for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye.